general market activity today. It's still a story of the financials, but we did see on the industrial side, fan milk doing well, ETI as well.
Activity on the market today is quite low, actually. We have the highest volume traded actually in Ecobank Transnational Incorporated, that's ETI. It's responsible for about 50% of the total volume traded today. It traded about 14,500. That's how low liquidity is on the market. Actually, the average volume traded, daily average, is somewhere in the region of 1.06 million. That means ETI for today is trading very low compared to the average on the market. And this goes to reinforce the fact that liquidity has been very low over the last couple of months. Going from there, we have two major market movers today. That's in GCB, Ghana Commercial Bank. They went down from 2 cedis 51 pesos to 2 cedis 48 pesos. And we have Ecobank also going down from 3 cedis 41 pesos to 3 cedis 39 pesos.
Right.
There hasn't been any gainers as of now. All we've recorded so far on the market is low volumes and just two price changes on the market so far.
All right, it always seems to be the usual suspects, Derrick, when it comes to the counters that investors are prepared to take a risk on. It's always counters like ETI, like Fan Milk, CalBank, the cocoa processing company, and Total. What happens to the exposure of other smaller stocks?
Usually, smaller stocks don't tend to move too much on our market. If you're talking in terms of market capitalization, CPC, that's Cocoa Processing Company, is relatively a smaller stock despite the large number of issued shares. It's trading, it keeps on fluctuating between 2 pesos and 3 pesos. We have other stocks like Fan Milk, which is a mid-cap stock. The reason why Fan Milk has been falling in recent time is that it's been fundamentally overpriced, and most investors have realized that for a fact. That's a general trend across all the stocks on the Ghana Stock Exchange now. The liquid stocks actually are retreating in share price because they've become too overvalued. Compared to the bullish market that was recorded in the first half of the year, most of the stocks now are overpriced. So most of the investors are cashing out as a result of profit taking. That's what is really affecting our market.
A report that's been released, co-authored by the African Development Bank, has raised some concerns about this illiquidity, particularly on the equity side, saying that they're really worried right now about the pressure that exists for domestic mutual funds needing to be active in this market. The fact that the pension fund operator through the National Social Security organization has held back, and it could help to drive up the trades. What needs to happen to stimulate a lot more domestic participation and to get the pension funds a little bit more active?
I agree with you. The pension funds, if it's launched or if the licenses are given out, it's going to really spur up liquidity on our market. Because as it is now, SNIT, that's Social Security National Insurance Trust, is our biggest fund manager on the market. That's the biggest pension fund on the market. And what SNIT does is it buys a lot of the equities and it holds for long term. So there's not much liquidity in terms of active fund management from SNIT. So if the pension fund or the pension actors becomes enforced, then we'll have to see a lot of liquidity on the market. That notwithstanding, the Ghana Stock Exchange has gone a step further to increase liquidity by introducing certain other financial instruments. There are plans are far underway to introduce the exchange-traded funds onto our market. We had certain courses or certain seminars on the ETFs, and the market stakeholders are saying it will be launched. The first ETF will be launched before the close of the year. These are some of the things that, as analysts, we believe will go to increase the depth of liquidity on our market.
All right, let's talk about the sectors and when people are making their asset allocations, those who are prepared to get involved in the market. It seems to be still a story of Ghana Financials driving up activity. They account for about 65% of total transactions, followed by the food and beverage sector at 13.1%, and thereafter the distribution and logistics side of industry. For you, where would you be putting your money and why is that?
If you're telling me where I'm going to put my money, it's definitely going to be the financial sector, because that is the sector that records most of liquidity, that accounts for most of the liquidity on the market. And now, because of profit taking, you find out most of the stocks are dipping. You have stocks like SGSSB. It's far below its fundamental, so it's a good buy now. You have certain stocks also away from the financial stocks that are doing well. You have stocks like PBC in the distribution and trading sector. Those are also doing well. But generally, the reason why most investors concentrate on the financial sector is because we believe the financial sector is going to be the engine of growth for in the years to come. So investing in financial stocks on the Ghana Stock Exchange right now is key. And to the fact too is that there's a lot of liquidity in those stocks. So anytime you want to cash in or cash out, there's liquidity available compared to other sectors. Those sectors don't have so much stocks in those sectors, so it tends to be very difficult if you want to cash out, or it tends to be rather difficult if you want to buy into those sectors. So I think financial sectors are the sectors to be looking for.